J-Dab. Let's rap about it, not talking bars, but conversation that break bars, that left you mentally scarred. Conversations, relations, don't forget observations, points of view with clarification brought through revelation. Lock into the station, the Rapology show, where wisdom, knowledge, and understanding will grow. Hey!
Hello again, all you inquisitive minds and beings of a high intelligence. Welcome once again to another episode of Rapology, one that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding rule. Today, we're sitting here with three lovely women. But before we start, I want to first give a shout out to all of our supporters, all of our well-wishers, all of our sponsors. I'd like to introduce my lovely, absent sometime co-host, Miss Vicky Beckley. Darling. Hi, Vicky. Good to have you back in the studio.
Hey, it is good to be back in the studio.
Oh.
A lot has been going on, and it is good to be back.
Well, that's good. You know, as long as you got something going on, we know you're moving and God is at work in you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hey, everybody.
Yes. And we have the Miss Jennifer Muhammad, who will be here shortly to bless us later on in the show with her segment called Awakening with Lady Jennifer. And we have another one that's absent today. My tall, bare white brother, John Bell, is not with me right now, but that's okay. He's out of the field. He's doing what God's called him to do this day. And we look forward to seeing him again soon. Just as that God keeps his blessings, his head of protection around him while he's out.
Hey, John. Shout out to John Bell.
Yes, and we have a special guest with us today. She's been riding hours all day. This is the first, so well, you know what? Let me do this for her. Let me give her a round of applause. I mean, you all right with the Rapology show all day. You ought to be all right. Yeah. So we got Melissa Mayon with us today, and she's a founded BLS CPR rescuer, trainer, educator with Southern College of Nevada. She's also a prayer warrior, entrepreneur, mother, anointed woman of God, and just a mighty force to deal with. So, we want to welcome her to the show, and we want to just turn things over to her right now and let her do her thing. So, this panel right now, once again, is blessed with these three wonderful women of God, and I'm gonna slide back, give them the mic, and let them do what they do. Talk to us, Miss Melissa. Tell us about your program. What you got to
Tell us where you're from.
I am from Michigan by way of Gary, Indiana, but of course I live here in Texas. I've been here 13 years now, so I'm grateful for that. There's no place like Texas for real.
Absolutely.
So I'm just excited about that. Again, like he said, I'm a mother of three, a wife, crazy about the Lord. I am definitely, that's what draws me to my brother here, because I am definitely about my Father's business.
Yes.
And of course, I don't always get it right, but thank God for forgiveness.
Absolutely.
And so I'm just excited to be here for the opportunity. I am an instructor, a BLS instructor. I've been in the medical field for 18 years plus now, since I was 18 years old, and just had a passion for helping people, not only saving people, but helping people. And I have just transitioned into the educating part, because like I said, if you know better, you do better. And the more I learn about saving lives, the more I learn about the medical field and this body that we have.
Yeah.
It excites me, and it's exciting for me when I teach people, because they get excited.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited about it.
Well, I know today we are about to learn a whole lot. So, hey Jennifer, how are you? It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
Long time no working with you.
I know. Everybody's been out kind of in the field doing their thing, and it's good to finally join back together.
Yeah.
We got one missing, but next week hopefully Mother's Day is next week. Mother's Day is next week, but the week after that hopefully we'll all be back together again. So we're talking today with Melissa Mayon, and so I have a lot of questions.
All right.
So let's get into it. So what led you into this area of saving lives. Now, I know you said that you were with Southern College of Nevada, aka CSN.
Yes.
I got that right.
Got it right.
And that serves Texas, Nevada, and California.
That actually just serves Nevada. That's in Nevada. The Moments of Peace Healthcare Services, which is the company that I own, and with my partners, they service those 3 states.
Oh, okay, and we're gonna get into that too.
Yeah,
Yes, absolutely. We're not gonna let that go. We're gonna get into that too. So yeah, what got you into the area of teaching about saving lives? What was it that got you on that path?
I mean, again, the excitement of it. When I learned it, I was like, wow, this is something that everybody I know and that I'm connected with needs to know. When I learned it for myself, like I said, I've been in it for over 18 years. So.
How'd you learn? What was that moment that when you just took a class or?
Oh yeah, I took a class. Initially I took a class back when I first started medical school. I took a class, but I wasn't into it like, oh, I want to teach. I was just going through the motions.
Yeah.
Like it was a requirement for me to do it. But a couple years back, I decided that I was going to open up my own company. And I was teaching at the College of Southern Nevada, so I wound up having to learn more and more every time I went over there. And when I learned that I could become an instructor and I started doing it, I was like, okay, when I first went into it, I was kind of nervous. Everybody don't think that I'm nervous because I guess I talk well. So I'm like, I had bubble guts. I'm like, Lord, I'm a whole teacher out here. So when I did it, the very first class I did, I was like, I really can do this. And it gave me, what my brother said, an S on my chest because I saw the effect that it had when I was teaching. And people were being, receptive of it, and they were excited, and I was getting excited, and I was making it fun. And not only that, I was still learning.
Yeah.
And then, everybody else was learning, and then they can go out and teach other people. So that's how I really got started with it.
Okay.
So it became your why.
That was.
Yeah.
And that is for sure my why.
So you said you've been doing it for 18 years, and so what has been one of the biggest challenges on this 18-year journey doing this?
Challenges, not very many. I believe that the most challenging part about it is the ever changing of it, and then having to learn so quick.
Yeah.
The cramming. I would say the cramming part about it, because the medical field, especially with saving lives or educational part of it, you have to ever learn. Like every day it changes. You learn something new every day. So the cramming part of it, and I've always been a student. I remain as a student, especially in the church. I grew up in the church, so you have to stay in a posture of learning and receiving.
That's good.
So when I look at it like that, I'm like, it's very challenging because, again, it's so cramming. You have to cram, then you have to go back and re-go over things, relearn things, especially when they change. So I would say that would be the biggest challenge for me.
So when you have a class to teach, and you walk into a room, you've got these students who have never taken this class, and do you ever get any type of like pushback, or you get that feeling of they really don't want to be here, they're just taking the class because they have to take the class?
Absolutely.
And then as they learn, do you see a difference?
Oh yeah. So back in the day, or they probably still do it today, the whole thing about the icebreaker.
Yeah.
So my icebreaker, I walk into the class like, yo, at that point, everybody's attention is like, what is she talking about, yo? You know what I mean? So I guess they're expecting this, sitting up there like, hi class, how are you? But I walk in there like, yo, how's everybody going? I'm moving my hands. How y'all doing? I'm Melissa. And at that point, I have their attention. Right. And I can tell, like, when they sign in, some of them is like, how long is this class? Or, they'll give me that. And I'm always smiling through things. And I'm like, girl, we're about to be here all day. Just really, I'm a jokester. So they, I just break the ice. Once I break the ice, and as we get into the class, I do a lot of pausing, because most of the class it has become more of a 85% videos, and then we do hands-on.
Oh.
So as the videos are being presented, I pause in between to make sure there's understanding, giving them real life scenarios, make it personable to them so that they know and understand. And once they get in tune with me, I got them going there and they're laughing, they're engaged now. So by the end, we besties in there. By the time they leave, they're like, well, this class was so amazing. I learned so much. I'm so excited. And I'm like, that's the goal.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I know that you're also a woman of God,
Absolutely.
and just the few minutes that I've sat here with you today, I can see the passion in you for helping other people, and I can see the passion in you for God. And so what role has God played in this, maybe setting you on this path, or as you've gone along on this path?
Man, whew, we didn't say we was crying today. God has played a major role. If it had not been for the Lord who was on my side, I couldn't even tell you where would I be, because He has went before me and made every cricket path straight. He has went before me and set the atmosphere and made it conducive to my arrival. He has placed my name in rooms that I haven't even made it to yet. And I never felt worthy. I'm like, why me, Lord? I done did this, I done did that. Like, why you pick me? But His love has kept me. You know what I mean? So He has been the most, I can't even think of a big enough word, huge part of it, because I can hear Him so clearly.
Yeah.
When He say go, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a perfect Christian, because I don't always go right when He say go, but I'm learning to move ASAP. When He say go, go then, right then. No matter what it looks like. And because, sometimes God be telling us some stuff like, that don't make sense, right, Lord? But what don't make sense is it's always a miracle attached to it, or the impossible being made possible. So it's exciting for me, because when I hear Him tell me to do something, I'm like, okay, here we go, but not in a downing way. I'm encouraged.
Yeah.
I recently actually quit one of my jobs. It was a side job that I had, and I've been doing my business, full fledged. But I had that side job just to kind of make ends meet and things like that. And God spoke to me. He said it's time to move. I was like, Lord, I need that couple dollars. I need that, and that was it. When God says something, it is so. It's time to move. So I stepped out on faith. I jumped out the boat, and I did it. And ever since I did, He's been opening up so many doors, and I've been in contact with so many different people. It may not be moving in the way like quickly like people would think, but seeds are being planted, they're being watered, and I'm learning so much, and I'm definitely in the way that He would have me to go right now.
That's good.
Can I ask you a question right quick? So on that note, you're speaking about obedience.
That's it, right.
Obedience.
Yeah.
We're going to stop right there for a second.
Come on. You're talking about obedience.
Yeah.
So like I asked you earlier today, and being obedient to the voice of God, when He said go, you go. When He said jump, you jump. You trying to tell my audience that Peter's not the only one that walked on water.
He's the only one. I think we related.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, so obedience will get you results.
And sometimes when God tells us to do something, like you said, sometimes it don't make sense, and then we start to question. Is God really saying this, or is this the enemy saying this, or who's saying this? But in my experience, when I have moments like that, I end up getting confirmation that this is me speaking to you. You need to do this. So I just wanted to stop there for a second, just to talk about that, because a lot of times when we do hear from God or think we hear from God, sometimes we're not sure. And sometimes it does take, let me just step out there and just see.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah. Jennifer, what you got?
Just piggyback off of what you said too, that like you questioning whether or not it's God's voice. That's because it's your relationship.
Yeah.
That's what matters. It's the relationship. So if you have a relationship with Him, you'll be able to distinguish God's voice. There won't be no doubt in it. So when there's that doubt, you have to look at yourself and be like, okay, God, my relationship with you is not strong, because I should be able to recognize my own Father's voice when He tells me to do something.
But we're learning.
Yeah.
There's a process, and we're learning.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
Yeah.
You have something else?
I'm just the anchor right now.
So it's the obedience that, I say move, and my thing is like, don't let no one tell you
Yeah.
not to do what God has
Yeah.
told you to do.
That's,
You know,
that's a hard part
Yeah.
because, you know, especially some of the decisions that I have made because I've been led by the Lord, the people closest to me, they look at me like, girl, you done lost your whole mind. But I'm like, I done lost it for Jesus because I know without a shadow of a doubt that he's going to take me where he wants me to go. Not only that, he's already been there.
Right.
He prepared that place
That's
for me.
right.
You know what I mean? So I know he's not going to send me nowhere blind.
Right,
Or
right.
I'll be a blindsided.
Right.
I'm already knowing he's already there. He's prepping people up. He's prepping the resources, the funds, everything. And it's crazy because this last trip that I just took to Vegas, I had some things going on back at home. And when I tell you, I left with less than $50 in my pocket.